Welcome back, everybody, to the couch. Today, I wanted to talk about the idea of burnout. I recently came across a pretty good example of where I kind of get to that burnout stage. I think that I was heading to burnout, especially on this channel. Where I was at was I was starting to just put videos up to put videos up, and I was more focused on getting videos out rather than creating videos for the joy of creating videos. I think that is kind of the start of where I was starting to burn out, because I wasn't actually focusing on what I was making. I was focusing on getting something out, no matter what it was. I was losing interest, I was losing focus on where I was at, what I was doing, and the whole creative process behind it. I wanted to get the video out because I had a deadline rather than I wanted to get the video out because I enjoyed that video. I think it's important that if we start to feel like burnout is on the way, or we're starting to feel burnout, I think it needs to be said that we need to take a break. No matter what type of break that is, but we need to step away from what we're doing. It's very important. There's a hustle culture that kind of has developed online that I really don't like. And part of that is due to YouTube and the content creator space, where if you're not creating content, you kind of lose interest in the algorithm. And the algorithm doesn't want to push your videos nearly as much, which is not a good thing for us as humans. But I think it's even more important than to focus on trying to get videos out is to focus in on your personal mental health, your personal health, and what you're doing and how you're doing it. So I decided to take a small little break on this channel. I was in the groove of creating content every week, 2 videos a week, and I started to get that burnout feeling. And I didn't want that, so I decided, let's take a step back, take a couple weeks, reevaluate what I'm doing, how I'm creating, where I need to be in order to create the content that I want to create. I think that's important, that is being missed by creators today. You don't need to keep creating content through breaks or anything like that. As long as you're taking that break and not thinking about the channel or thinking about creating content and that enjoying something completely outside of what you're doing. So like if you're a video game channel, it's important to take that step away and get outside and go on a hike, or go do something that has nothing to do with video games. And I would even argue nothing to do with like movies or TV or anything, any screen related things. Get out, enjoy, talk golf with some friends, go to dinner with somebody that you haven't seen in a while, hang out with your parents. I don't know what that thing is for you, but do something that interests you that's outside of what you're doing on your channel. So for instance, photography and video related stuff, I stepped away from entirely. I went and did video game content. Now, granted, I'm still doing content, but I think the video game aspect of it kind of pushed it in a completely different sense. I streamed a little bit. I didn't really record videos while doing that, but I did do video game. I played Minecraft and played other video games and hung out with some friends that way. I really took my mind off of this channel and off of the photography and video and creating content here, and put my focus somewhere else and kind of left this sitting in the back of my mind, but I turned my mind off to the thought process of this channel. I'm coming back a lot more refreshed, a lot more clear-headed than I was when I first originally took the break. Is this going to turn into something amazing for my channel? I have zero clue about that. Is this going to help me in the long run? I am 100% sure that it will, because I'm not going to be afraid to take that break in the future. It may be because I'm going on a trip and I might want to record something, but I'm not going to worry about recording and then uploading right away or anything like that. I want to be able to take those vacations and take those breaks and really express myself in a completely separate way from this channel or from my gaming content. This is where that burnout and that hustle culture can be really detrimental to you as a creator and to me as a creator. Because the hustle culture is always something that's kind of out there, and you have all these people that say, oh, I wake up at this time every morning, I get this amount of sleep, I do this thing, and I'm constantly working, I'm constantly making money. That doesn't necessarily work for everyone. Some people it might work for, and if that works for you, fantastic. For most people, it really doesn't work for it. For me, for sure, it does not work for me. So what we need to do is step away, breathe, maybe make something that necessarily doesn't fit perfectly into your niche, but it's something that you wanted to do. Like, oh, I have really fallen into the love of painting. So whereas I'm normally going out and taking photos and doing videos that way, I'm gonna do just a time lapse of me painting a picture. That might be enough to get your mind off of doing other stuff and get you kind of in the right mode for your normal content. Now, granted, that may not work that well on your channel, so it could be something that you just make for yourself and don't upload. But I think the important thing is getting your mind off of what you're doing that you're starting to feel the burnout on. I am very excited because I'm going to go visit some friends this weekend that I haven't seen in a long time. Now, I do want to create content with them, but I'm going to spend this weekend with them. I'm going to decompress from my full-time job, from this channel, from my gaming content. Now, yes, it's only a weekend. It's not like several weeks, but I'm using this as a way to just have fun, enjoy the company of people that I love personally, and just really getting the feeling of life, living life. I've actually had this song that I cannot get out of my head. It's by a band called Ep.2, and it's really hit me hard during this kind of time. So I listened to it probably about 3 or 4 times a day. Now, I'm probably gonna get tired of it, but that's neither here nor there. But the song is called I Was Alive, and basically what the message is I'm gonna get out and I'm going to live my life, and I'm not gonna be afraid of death, because I know that while I was alive, I lived. And I love the whole idea of not taking every moment for granted, and being able to get outside of what you're doing and experience different things, get some experiences, pay for experiences. I think that's one of the best uses for your money, is to just pay for the experiences. With that being said, what I want you to do as somebody that's watching this video, I want you to take a step back and think about what am I doing in my life that I might be a little burnt out on, or I might be getting to that point. And this might be something in the future. It might not be something right now, or it could be something right now, or you could be completely burnt out on an item. Don't force it. Take that step back, breathe, and do something else. Do something completely different and see how you feel. Don't overpush yourself. It's not worth it in the end. I feel like this was a little bit more rambly than the last couch video where I talked about memento mori. But I feel like the message is still important to have. I thought it was a good idea to get the ideas out of my head about this topic, because I've been really thinking about it hard, and the break kind of like hurt me, because I was like, I still want to create that content, and I still have a goal at the end of the year to create, a video every week. But if I'm creating content that I don't enjoy, eventually that's going to hurt me in the long run. So I needed to take a step back and have a little bit of time where I didn't even think about this channel at all. I for a good week during this time, I did not look at anything having to do with this channel. So I think it's important to get the word out and let me document my experience. Even if this doesn't help anybody, even if nobody watches this video, it's still important for me to look back on in a couple years and say, okay, so this is where I realized this. This is what I was thinking at this point in my life. So I wanted to document this because that's what this couch is for. Documenting, you know, my thoughts and different things that I'm thinking about and everything like that. So thank you guys for joining me today. I do greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. You guys have been killing it. I'm up to 83 subscribers as I film right this instant, and I couldn't be happier. We are so close, 17 away from hitting that 100 subscriber mark, which is so very exciting. So thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next video. Love you.